Hey bitches, what's up puntas and pusa? Welcome back to my channel, Kenneth Campbell here. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all my top 5 WTF what the fuck moments. Now these moments, they're not really WTF moments, I just want to speak on them. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now I have here on this little pad about what I'm going to talk about. Now, the first one on my list has to do with when I was in 3rd grade. I'm going to talk about a sub. I have a real name written down on this tablet, but I'm just, for privacy purposes, I'm just going to say her name is Miss Valdez. So, I remember I was in 3rd grade. My real teacher, she was out for something, and I remember that she had this assignment written down on the board, and I remember I was the first one in the class, and I was copying down the assignment. And when I went to write it down, my pencil broke. So I had to go up to the pencil sharpener, and you know, nowadays they have those electric pencil sharpeners where you can just stick it in, and then the pencil sharpens just like that. But my 3rd grade teacher, she didn't have that. She had one of those pencil sharpeners that you had to turn around to get it sharpened. So I remember I went over to the pencil sharpener and I was sharpening my pencils, turning it around. And I remember I had took it out and it seemed like it was sharpened. But when I went to go touch the lead had broke off. So I put it in the pencil sharpener, turned it around again. And then I remember Miss Valdez came out of nowhere. She was like, oh my God. She was storming over to me. She's like, oh my God, that pencil should be sharpened already. And she had took it from my hand and then she put it in the pencil sharpener and was turning around fast. And then she gave it to me. And I'm thinking to myself like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm just trying to make sure my damn pencil is sharpened. The fuck? Like, it's not like I'm trying to hold up class or nothing. Shit, wasn't nobody even in that bitch except for me anyways. I mean, other students came in after, but hardly wasn't nobody in that bitch to begin with. Like, the fuck? But, hey, I was a little kid then. And, of course, I would not say anything like that to anybody to be rude, especially a teacher. So I just let it slide. But without further ado, let's hop into number 2. Now, this has to do with my dad. Now, my dad, I love my dad. He is an awesome man. He's the whole reason why I had got my hair cut like this, because he inspires me to be a better me every day. And I just love him to death. Like, without him, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't be the man I am today recording this video if it weren't for him. But this has to do with my dad. This had to happen back in, like, I want to say the early 2000s, like 2006, 7, or 8, or whatever, along those timelines. And for the 90s kids who are watching this video, I hope you all remember stores like Blockbuster and Video Warehouse, because me and my family, we used to stay going to Video Warehouse or Blockbuster, mainly Video Warehouse, because they used to have some good ass movies, I swear. They had some good ass movies. So on this particular day, I remember I had got the Lena Baker stories starring Tashina Arnold. Like, it was a damn good movie. I recommend y'all see it. I had got the movie called The Lena Baker Story, and I remember we went to go check out. And the guy that had checked us out, he had said my dad had owed some kind of late fee for the movie Carmen Brown. By the way, Carmen Brown, a hip hopper starring Beyonce and Mekhi Phifer. It's a damn good movie. Please go see it if you haven't. It came out in 2001. It's an old movie, but please go see it. You will not be disappointed. So anyways, he had said we had owed a late fee for the movie Carmen Brown and some other movie. And my dad kind of got mad. I'm not going to say what he said, but in other words, he had got mad. He kind of cussed the guy out and stuff like that. And I was so embarrassed. And plus, I remember there was a lady in the back of the store staring at us. And I remember I had to look back at her and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, what the fuck? Like, Dad, you did not have to talk to that man like that. He was simply just saying, I mean, people make mistakes. Like, he was just simply saying, like, you owed a late fee for this movie, and that's all. Just pay the late fee and keep it moving. But, of course, my dad, he didn't listen. He just cussed the man out. And I remember he had told us, he was like, you know what? Let's go. And me and my sister was thinking to ourselves, like, go? Like, what are you talking about? Like, the man was just simply saying that you had owed a late fee. He wasn't trying to start anything, but You know, back then, me and my sister, we didn't have jobs or cars back then, so we just followed along behind him, and we just left and started going to the video warehouse in Tifton, Georgia for a while. But we eventually came back to the one in Sylvester. Like, that was a definite what the fuck moment. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Thank God a lot of people weren't in there. Because if a lot of people were in there, I probably would have cried. Like, I was very sensitive growing up. I probably would have cried. I'm not even playing. Like, that was just so embarrassing. Now, my third one, it happened when I was in 5th grade. Now, this isn't really a WTF moment. It's really a funny moment. So my math teacher, my 5th grade math teacher, say her name is Miss Paris. Like, I remember I was doing a math problem on the board, and I think the answer was like something with a 9 in it. Let's just say the answer was 39 and stuff like that. Now, everybody, they write their nines and they write their numbers different. They write their nines and numbers different. And I remember, let's just say the answer is 39. See, some people, they write their nines like this, if you can see it, or like this. I write my nines just like that. And I remember I went back to my seat. She was like, that's not 39, that's 3G. Go back up there and fix that 9. I told you about writing your nines like that. Bitch, what the fuck? It's a 9. Bitch. I'm sorry. I had to laugh. Okay. That is a G. That is a 9. Can you guys tell the difference? If I was writing a G, that's how I would write a G. If I was writing a 9, that is how I write a 9. I mean, I'm pretty sure those students knew the difference between a G and a 9. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't have to embarrass me like that. But other than that, she was a pretty cool teacher, I guess. Like, I ran into her. As a matter of fact, I ran into her at Wendy's a long while back. Like, you know, this is years down the line and stuff like that. This was actually recent. Like, I'm grown now and she's older now and her daughter's older now. Like, I ran into her and I gave her a hug. And I asked her if she's still teaching. She had said, yeah, she's teaching 3rd grade now. But other than that, she was a very cool teacher. Now, where was I? Number 4. This happened when I was in 6th grade. And I was texting this 8th grade girl. I'm going to say her name is Carmen. I was texting this 8th grade girl named Carmen. And I remember she had texted me. She was like, why did you do that? I was like, what are you talking about? She had said, there's this girl in school, she wear glasses. She had said that you was going around saying that me and you talk. And I was like, no, I never said that. She's lying. And she kind of was mad at me for a little bit, but then she got over it. Whoever that bitch was, like, bitch, if you're watching this, like, why the fuck would you lie like that? Like, even if I'm talking to a girl, like, I would never spread my business out there like that. Like, I mean, I like boys, but back then, I liked the girls, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why the fuck would you lie like that? Like, I would never spread my business out like that, and I don't even know you for you to spread my business out there like that. Like, the fuck? And fun fact, the girl that I used to talk to, she's gay now as well. So, hey, times change. And my last and final one, my 5th one, this happened during my, I want to say, 10th, I think, my 10th grade homecoming, I think. Yeah. I remember I was dancing on the dance floor, and let me show y'all real quick. Hold on. I was dancing on the dance floor and stuff like that. Like, I was getting it. I was like, I think this is what I am on fire, and it's to stay in the dance floor. I was getting that. I made it. I need this. Like, I was just, I was twerking my ass off. Like, I was dancing, 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 dancing. Like, I was getting it, man. I shout out to Maya Miguel. Like, Maya had said something along those lines on the Maya Miguel episode. She had said something along those lines, like, her and her friends, they were cheering or something like that. And she's like, my name is Maya, I am on fire. And that extra shit I had just added in. She never said no shit like that. But anyways, I was dancing, twerking my ass off. And I remember my head went down to the floor, like way down to the floor. And I heard a rip. It was like, shh. And I say to myself, oh shit. I hope to God my pants did not rip. Because I do not want folks to see my drawers. But luckily, it was the seat of my pants, and nobody could see it, and it stayed like that until homecoming was over, and I had went home, and I had told my dad, I had told some kind of lie that some kind of girl was dancing on me, but really, I was twerking and going way down to the floor. But he ended up sewing them up and fixing them anyways, or I think he bought a new pair. So, anyways, those are all my top 5 WTF moments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to link all my social media accounts in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified every time I upload a video. So without further ado, it's a wrap.